Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. So this is the final installment for the Ophelia Manor or Ophelia Villa, which is the goth house or the remodel that I've done. And this first area is Cassandra's room, who I kind of imagine is like Wednesday Addams. So but I guess unlike Wednesday Addams, I kind of imagine that she's a little bit of a fashionista. She likes to wear black, obviously, but she also does like to have outfit options. And I spent a lot of time working on her room just because I was trying to incorporate some of the furniture that I had saved from the original home. And then also just the way I had set up this floor. This room has like a Jack and Jill bathroom with a room on the other side, which is not Alexander's room. I was going to have it be like the butler's room, but ended up it's like a guest room. So, and I had another issue with file corruption. So I think most of Alexander's room and all of the guest room, you'll be able to see pictures of it, but I don't have the video. So, what I think I kind of did some on the first and second video of the Goth family home, but I had kind of done a little like lookup on Wiki because I have played the games and I know a lot of the background, but I don't I don't think I could write anything about it. So, using other Wiki research, I just think it's interesting how the Goth family is where I kind of imagine they're similar to the Addams family. They actually were modeled after the Addams family. And they were originally introduced to the Sims series in the first installment. So they were in the original game. And they have been in each and every mainline game since then. So, like, even games that I haven't played because I guess there's like different versions for different consoles. And I've only ever played the computer versions. So the core characters are married couple Bella and Mortimer, along with their daughter Cassandra. So this is her room. And then their youngest child, Alexander, also appears in some games alongside them. Gunther and Cornelia Goth, Mortimer's parents, also made an appearance in The Sims 3. The wider Goth family are referenced throughout different events in the games, building a picture of a long line of old money aristocrats, wealthy businessmen, noted scientists, and influential politicians. They also founded parts of Sunset Valley, which the co-founding land grab family later built upon, leading to a long-running feud between the two families over land ownership. Over the years, many of the wider Goth family have died under mysterious circumstances, which probably explains the 8 graves in the Goth's yard in The Sims. These include Samuel Goth, who was poisoned by a magic jelly bean in The Sims 3 Supernatural. So the other thing I wanted to talk about, because I did add a graveyard, although I don't think I go into that anywhere in this video, but a lot of the exterior of the manor, I was trying to, really make it look like the Gothic revival. And so just did a little bit of research on that. Between 1840 and 1880, Gothic revival became a prominent architectural style for both modest residences and churches throughout the United States. The much beloved Gothic revival stylings, eye-catching 19th century architecture, have many of the following characteristics: pointed windows with decorative tracery, and I did try to make some like stained glass windows, but I ended up doing like kind of the larger square shaped, and I think those are more like colonial style, or even craftsman style windows, but that was just a design choice. Grouped chimneys, pinnacles, battlements, and shaped parapets, leaded glass or stained glass, clover shaped windows, Oriel windows, asymmetrical floor plans, which I did do, and steeply pitched gables. American Gothic architecture was imported from the United Kingdom in the mid-1700s. Sir Horace Walpole decided to redo his country home with details inspired by medieval churches and cathedrals. A 12th century architecture known as Gothic, was revived by Walpole. Walpole worked on Strawberry Hill House, his home, for nearly 30 years, beginning in 1749. It is in this house that Walpole also invented a new genre of fiction, the Gothic novel, in 1764. John Ruskin was more influential in the Victorian Gothic revival. Ruskin's books outlined principles of design that use European Gothic architecture as the standard. The ideas of John Ruskin and other thinkers led to a more complex Gothic revival style, often called High Victorian Gothic or Neo Gothic. And this is Alexander's room, and I just figured that he would be similar to his dad, very interested in writing, but I think where I imagine Mortimer is like Gothic, murder mystery writer. I think Alexander's going to be like a graphic novelist, and so obviously there will be opportunity to butt heads there. And then this is also the writing desk with the computer that shouldn't be there, but I made exceptions for the teens and again for Mortimer because I don't know how else he can be involved in his career and not have a computer. So the earliest Victorian Gothic revival homes were built of stone, suggesting the cathedrals of medieval Europe. These homes had pinnacles and parapets. Later, more modest Victorian revival homes were sometimes constructed of brick with wooden trimwork. The timely invention of steam-powered scroll saw meant the steam-powered scroll saw meant that builders could add lacy wooden barge boards and other factory-made ornaments, like those gingerbread houses. And I'm kind of bummed, like that's not something that you can add in Sims easily. I know I've seen some people like figure out a way to do it, but it wasn't something that I have mastered or figured out yet. So I really thought that the Goth house could benefit from that, but oh well. So by the late 1800s, the fanciful details of Gothic revival architecture had waned in popularity. Gothic revival ideas did not die out, but they were most frequently reserved for churches and large public buildings. Graceful Queen Anne architecture became the popular new style, and houses built after 1880 often had rounded porches, bay windows, and other delicate details. Still, hints of the Gothic revival styling can be found on Queen Anne houses, like a pointed molding that's just the shape of a classic Gothic arch. This is the fourth floor, the attic, and I just thought that if they hire a butler, this would be like where the butler would stay. Oh, I did put a computer for the butler. Or also I imagine like maybe if Alexander like goes to college and lives in the house, like he'll live upstairs in the attic, and then I don't know. Either way. So I just thought that would be kind of neat. And then I did, so it's kind of a maybe gender neutral-ish room. And then I also kind of had like a little area off to the side of the bedroom for regular attic stuff, like storing treasures and other things that, and I think this was like basement treasures was the pack. But like the steam trunk and some mirrors and records, just to, I don't know, be more attic-y. And I definitely wanted to stack some of the boxes, and I think I did a couple times, and but I also did the attic a couple times. There were issues with the mansard, which is the roof around this floor is called a mansard, and I don't know if I'm saying that right, but anyway. So this was the final iteration of the fourth floor attic room, and there's a bathroom, and then just there it is. A little area for storing treasures. And so that is the Ophelia Villa. And I will do a all together one next week, which will be really long. Thanks for watching.